Hey guys, I'm coming at you again with another Halloween tutorial. Yeah, I'm missing a couple of nails there. So I'm going to take that latex that I purchased from Walmart, and I'm going to apply that on my face, around my mouth area. Just in dabbing pattern motions. As you see, I have a tear because that latex is like something serious. The fumes coming off of it. So whenever you use the latex, kind of be careful because that latex is like kind of, the fumes, like they were irritating. It was irritating my eyes so bad. So now I'm going to take some tissue, and you know how the tissue is like double-sided, so I kind of like split the tissue down the middle to make it thin, and I'm just going to apply some more latex on top of that tissue paper that I just applied, in the same motion, dabbing with the sponge that came inside of the container package with the latex. And that latex was very messy. The sponge just wasn't working for me. So what I did was got an old arts and craft brush, and I'm sticking it into that bottle of latex and then just rubbing it on the tissue paper, that made it like so much more easier because I'm telling you, latex was falling everywhere. And I'm going to keep doing that, repeating those steps. I did it like 4 times with the tissue paper. And now I'm coming back to cut that latex and the tissue paper that I applied, and it is dry. And I'm making sure, don't cut yourself. I'm using some little sharp scissors that normally be like inside of like the little sewing kits. But yeah, just be very extra careful. And I had to like kind of pull and tug at the latex because it was kind of sticking to my skin. But I did get it up nevertheless. I can talk now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just like flipping it up so that I can puncture little holes inside of that latex. And that latex, it was kind of like hard for me to punch a hole in there with the scissors. And the scissors, they were sharp. I didn't have a needle, so I had to improvise. So I just used the scissors to place holes in the upper part of the latex and also the bottom part of the latex. See what I'm saying right there? It was kind of hard for me to punch a hole in it. I had to cut it off. And even then, it was like the hole just, I don't know, it vanished. But, you know, nevertheless, I'm going to get a hole in though. Now I'm going to take that injury stacks little palette or a little, I don't know, container thing that I got from Walmart. I've used it in other videos. I'm going to take that black and I am going to put it over my lips, over my skin area, you know, inside, outside, inside of the latex, so that you can kind of cover that up and conceal it a little bit just by making it black, because, you know, it's supposed to be gory, nasty. So I'm just making sure that I evenly cover my skin with that black. Now I'm going to take some of my translucent, well, my baking powder, That's what I'm using, and I'm just going to apply that all over the latex and the tissue paper to give it some color, because right now it's like, you know, not my color. So I'm just lightly dabbing that powder all over the latex piece that I just made. So that way it's not as shiny. And now I'm going to take my color foundation and I'm going to apply it now over the latex piece. Trying to get it to my skin color. Trying. And you also want to make sure that you get inside of the latex as well with that foundation color. Now I'm just going back in with the burgundy paint from that injury palette. And I'm just applying it like around the open part so that it can make it look, you know, irritated, bruised. Just yucky, I guess. Now I'm taking the red from that same injury stack and I'm going to apply that also around the opening of the latex, and I want to make sure that I really get it like on the holes that I placed it. And now for the fun part, I didn't have a crochet needle, so I didn't have the actual crochet needle. I mean, that what I have, it is a crochet tinsel, but that's like for your hair. But I guess you can probably also use it for the crochet as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna take that and get the string, the yarn, and just take it right through the hole. It was kind of easier for me to place the hole with that crochet needle than it was with the scissors. So now I'm taking some pink blush and I'm just applying that around the outer part of the latex that I made, just to make it look more bruised and irritated, and to also try to cover up the line demarcation there that you can see that I have made something and put it on my face. Probably would have worked out a whole lot better if I would have had some scar wax. Think I might have to give me some of that. But for now, I'm just using what I have. And now I'm going back in with that same burgundy paint from the injury stack paint swatches. I don't know like what to call it. It's supposed to be called injury stacks, but like y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm using the burgundy and I'm placing it also around the outer part of the latex to help with the bruising and the soreness, just to give it that, you know, that whole effect, like it's just having a bad day, you know. And I'm taking my fingers and I'm blending that out. The thing about the latex though, whenever you use the latex and you put the tissue paper in it, you can always use it again. So now I'm just going to take some blood and a cotton ball and dab some blood on certain little areas. And I really didn't like how the cotton ball was working out for me. It just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. So I'm gonna later change that up from the cotton ball and just get a sponge and break it and then apply the blood. And you will see that right here. I'm taking that sponge that I had broken or tore, and I'm dipping it in the blood and just applying it. See there? That sponge did a whole lot more. It gave me more payout with the blood, you know what I'm saying? Versus that cotton ball. So yeah, right here I'm just being just real, just with it. Just make it all bloody. Make it look gory. It's Halloween. So if you think that's not enough blood, I'm actually going in now with the red from the Injury Stag palette, and I'm applying that around the openings, like the little holes where I put the yarn through to make it look, a little bit more intense around those areas. Going back in with that burgundy. And I'm basically focusing on the area where I put the yarn into the latex and the tissue. And around the edges of that opening. And this is the finished look. Doesn't it look real creepy? Thanks for watching.